Okay guys, we're currently at Adam's house. This is a video I really have not been wanting to make, but I know Adam will want me to make this video. There's a lot of questions behind everything. What happened, who, what, when, where, why, what's the future? There's a lot to unpack in this video, but I know Adam would want me talking about this and kind of setting things straight so people aren't confused and conspiracies and all this stuff. All right, we've made it to downtown Celebration. Let's first start off, I guess, how Adam and I were friends. Adam and I became friends. I was like hanging out with Peter, and then Peter introduced me to Adam, and I was like, who is this dude, right? Because I'd seen Adam's videos, you know, before, right? I've seen videos every now and then, but I wasn't like a diehard fan of Adam. And I'm always kind of like, who are these other like content creators and everything? Are they actually like how they are on camera and stuff like that? So Peter was hanging out with Adam. That's how I got introduced to Adam. We hung out, and I was like, Adam is like one of the coolest human beings I've ever met in my entire life. And that's kind of like when our friendship started. We're in Celebration. I live in Celebration. A lot of our friendship kind of formed around Celebration. As you know, Adam kind of lived on the main street right above like the bakery. Adam's like lease was ending, and he was thinking about buying new places, and he was like looking at a state and everything. And I didn't know this until a phone call with Justin last night, that Adam was like, you know what, I'm gonna stay in Celebration. I'm gonna buy a house, like my buddy Kevin's there. It's gonna be awesome. Adam then like moved into my neighborhood, like where I lived. It was the best. It was like pretty much like living, you know, when you're like growing up and your best friend like lives next door. And like Adam and I hung out and did so many things. I know in the videos it might not seem as big and grand, because I would feature Adam a little bit in my videos, and you know, I'd be in his videos a little bit. I didn't know this until like this week when everything happened, that like I was like Adam's like best friends. I thought we were good friends, but I didn't realize I was like one of his best friends. So Adam and I are like, you know, living at Celebration, having the best time of, you know, our lives. And I could literally be to Adam's house and, you know, like 20 seconds, like we were that close. Adam was so happy where he lived, right? He worked so hard, dude. He went from like living in a freaking van, you know, quitting the feed store to now owning, you know, a house in like Celebration. And he was so proud. He was so happy to show his family and friends. Adam was a very private person, and he didn't really let too many people like really into his life. If Adam was out of town, I'm going over there checking his house, and I gave Adam this like sense of security to be able to kind of like do those international travels. And like, as you know, Adam and I like traveled a lot together, right? And you learn so much about someone when you're like staying in the same room as them and traveling with them. Adam and I literally had the best time. We would be laughing till all hours of the night. I got to like really know Adam, and let me tell you, man, that man is one of the best human beings I've ever met in my entire life, and one of the nicest and most genuine and down-to-earth people I'd ever met. Okay, sorry about that. Today is Christmas. You know, I figured I'd come and do the video here at Celebration. Sun's going down. We are at the Starbucks. Fun little Adam story. When Adam would come here, he would just wait in line to order his Starbucks every day. I taught him what mobile ordering was, and that kind of like changed his life. So he would like mobile order in the morning, hop in, you know, mini marts, drive down here, and the coffee would always be ready. The Starbucks and all the employees here meant a lot to Adam. Let's go pick up a piping hot, non-caffeinated beverage, because I hate coffee with a burning passion. All right, this thing is not piping hot. This thing is freaking scalding hot. We got a little hot chocolate. Adam was so open with me about everything. I literally could ask Adam anything, any serious topic I'm sure you guys have ever wanted to talk about with Adam. I've had that conversation. I just didn't realize how few people Adam talked to like that, because Adam got burned a lot by different creators and different people, the different troll channels and stuff. So Adam was just so kind of like paranoid and stressed, like with like who he could trust with info, so rumors wouldn't start, and conspiracies and like all that. He was so stressed because he got burned by so many different people, so many sacks of within the theme park community. But with me, it was different. It was like Adam knew there was no motive or agenda. It was just like me wanting to hang out with my buddy. Adam surrounded himself with people and friends who were genuinely authentic, with people who weren't fake or phony, right? That's a lot of different content creators and people out there. There's a lot of, I would say 99.9% of content creators are like really fake and phony, and there's always kind of a motive to use people and everything. And Adam sensed that there was no motive with me, and he could really trust me and kind of let down all those, you know, barriers and walls. We talked about everything. Like, there's stuff I will take to my grave that, you know, Adam and I talked about. He really trusted me, and being his like next door neighbor, I really kind of knew his schedule. That was something that was very like sacred to Adam. He didn't want people finding him in, you know, a city or a hotel that he was staying at or things like that, because like, you know, different people who watch his videos would like track him down and stuff like that. But I kind of like knew exactly where he was kind of at all times, strangely as that is, because I was his neighbor and I had to know who was coming where and where Adam was going, right, to watch the house. So Adam did sadly pass away either on the night of December 21st or the morning of December 22nd at his house. First off, I just want to say Adam was the happiest I think he's ever been this last year. He was on top of the world. He had this awesome month doing so many bucket list locations internationally. And then he came home, he like had a decoration video, right? He loved his decorations. He loved them so much. So he had like a decoration celebration video. Alice and I are in New York. I'm flying home. We're on the plane just about to take off. Adam's neighbor messages us and was like, someone's been knocking at Adam's door from like Germany. She wanted to check if that was like normal. I knew German in Venice, Mike was gonna be in town and staying with Adam for a couple days so they could like do stuff and go to the Disney parks. And I was like, oh, that's normal. Mike's supposed to be there. German's been knocking on the door now for like 2 hours. And I'm like, that is not right. Adam's normally up first thing in the morning, especially if he has a friend coming. Adam is not late. He's supposed to pick up a friend or something like that. He's always on time. I'm on the plane and I see that Adam hasn't posted yet. And I'm like, something's off. This isn't right. And like at this point, we're taking off on the plane now. And it's gonna be like 2 hours until we like land. But I messaged one of our buddies. He rushed there immediately. The cops were called and they came, and like, there's not much they can do because like Adam hadn't been like missing for too long. I knew something was off. So the police left and I said to our buddies like, dude, you gotta get a ladder. You gotta like climb up there. You gotta make sure Adam's okay. And, and he gets up there and, you know, and he gets up to the 3rd story balcony. Adam is in bed. So they call 911 and they, you know, they knock down the door to get in, to get Adam. I just want to say, like, Adam does not drink. He does not do any drugs besides lots of caffeine. So there was nothing fishy that happened with Adam. Everything was locked. His place is like Fort Knox. No one was getting in. He passed away just in his bed, in his favorite place in Celebration. And we finally land. I get to Adam's house. You know, I see them take like Adam out of the house, everything. And at that moment, like it wasn't a story. It was like real life. I've experienced a lot of death in my life, like a lot of death. But this one was totally different. Okay, sorry about that. So then it was kind of like a time crunch to like make sure the right people kind of found out like what happened to Adam. But one of the issues was there was leaks. So Adam kind of informed me and kind of Justin if something was to happen to him, where stuff is, how he kind of wanted stuff done. But that's why I really haven't posted anything online. A lot of people have been like asking me, but I've been kind of like dealing with all of that, helping the family, kind of like what Adam wanted done. So when they had to get into Adam's house, they had to forcibly get in. They have to like bust out the whole door. The first night, about every hour, I was like all night just going by to make sure nothing was going on, because I had to talk to our like manager of the property. I talked to Adam's family about the whole situation, and I had to like replace the door, because pretty much what they do is they just close the door and that's it. There's no signs, there's nothing stopping anybody from entering. Me and some of Adam's other buddies, we all like got together to install a new door at Adam's house, so everything is safe and protected, so the family doesn't have to stress. A lot of you guys were kind of confused on why Adam's door was open, because there were so many people coming by. So that's what we were doing. We were like replacing the door. There's been so many people I've met coming to Adam's house. Like we'll show you the little memorial. It's just been incredible to meet so many people that Adam affected in a positive way from all over the world, all walks of life. So that's why I want to kind of like talk about Adam's, I guess, importance to the internet. I think a lot of people kind of just think, oh, Adam was like a theme park vlogger. He started at the beginning of YouTube. You posted videos because you wanted to connect with people around the world. Adam was like one of the founding fathers of so many different categories within YouTube. Like he founded filming locations. Adam like created that. Adam would spend hours upon hours, weeks, months tracking down filming locations. And like now it's a whole big thing on YouTube, but Adam was like one of the founding fathers of that. And like urban exploring, Adam was like one of the founding fathers of that. And like filming haunts. Adam was one of the original kind of people who filmed haunts. And then like conventions. There really weren't like convention videos until Adam started doing convention videos. And then also theme parks. When you think about how big content creators have become in the theme park kind of industry, it all kind of started with Adam and like Justin and Tim, like a decade plus ago, just making videos just to make videos to connect with people. They were not doing it to be famous or rich, but they did it because just for the love of it. So it's like Adam created so many different sectors of the internet just because it's just the content that he wanted to make. And then like daily videos. Adam has what, like 4,300 on the Daily Woo, and Adam has so many videos. You can watch a new video every single day for like a decade plus because he was, again, one of the founding, you know, fathers of daily vlogging, and he was one of the most hardcore ones on the planet. It was pretty much Adam and like Charles Trippy, like the main daily vloggers who've done it the most on YouTube. And now that, again, that's such a big part of just YouTube, and Adam was like the guy. I didn't really realize until I really started to get to know Adam and, you know, watch his work progress of like making a video throughout the day. It's just the expertise of how he did it. It's like he made it look so simple. It just looked like a guy taking a camera and just walking around and filming stuff, but there's so much thought that went on behind the scenes because Adam didn't want to make anything flashy, well edited. He knew he just wanted to make this kind of grounded content, and the way he would view the world was so fascinating. The way he would just like film stuff for so long, and a lot of it goes back to watching Pee-wee and like Pee-wee's Playhouse growing up. A big documentary that Adam kind of had that aha moment was the Paul Rubin documentary, and there's a scene, it was just a dog eating for like 5 minutes, and it's just a one-take clip. So fascinating. But Adam found those little fascinating clips throughout the entire day, and he connected it together into this like cohesive, strange story that only Adam could make. Now, you've seen many different content creators kind of replicate what Adam has done, but no one can do it as well as Adam, because Adam was like the GOAT, the OG. He mastered it. He really mastered YouTube and is one of the most important people in YouTube's history, and I don't think people really understand that. Some people started watching, you know, a couple years ago, you know, 5 years ago. But if you really watch Adam's journey, it's just truly fascinating. And my favorite thing about Adam is just how humble he was. When he would be talking with different people and interacting with people, he didn't care about a subscriber count, who they were, if they were famous. Adam treated every single person equally and the exact same. Even people that Adam didn't really like care for, he treated so kindly. And there's so many stories that I have of Adam of just like his kindness and generosity to so many people. Just was there for anyone at any time. Adam would drop everything and be there for you. And there's very few people like that in the world. And I wish everybody was more like Adam, because he was just so great. He was so great. And each person has their own special story with Adam. And Peter had this tweet. He was like, when a celebrity dies, everybody posts a picture like of the celebrity. But with Adam, they're posting a photo with Adam, because Adam took that time out of his day. Adam was a little socially awkward, but he took that time out of his day to take a selfie with someone, to talk with someone, and he was just so generous with his time. One of the things that Adam and I kind of like talked about was like, Adam would want every single video posted that he filmed. He wanted to share his life with the world and share his life with the internet. There is a final video that Adam did film on December 21st. I have it in my possession. I've been talking with the whole family about the whole process. Hopefully, eventually, I know Adam would have loved to see his final kind of video posted. Maybe one day that'll be released, but I know a lot of people were asking about that, so that's one of the things I kind of wanted to talk about. It's been edited, it's safe and secure. I'm maintaining Adam's house, and we're leaving up all the holiday decorations and everything, and people, you know, can write with chalk and bring flowers and stuff like that. So we're gonna keep that up kind of till the end of the year. And it was just really incredible to see the outpour of love for Adam and how much he affected the world in a positive way. Adam isn't with us, but he is with us, right? I think each person who interacted with Adam changed that person a little bit. So it's almost like there's a little bit of Adam in everyone, and it's like you pay it forward, and that kindness, what Adam kind of taught different people, is just gonna affect different people. It's like Adam affected millions upon millions upon millions upon millions of people over the course of such a long time on YouTube, and it's gonna continue because Adam's videos and the archive of videos is still there on the internet, so someone can newly kind of discover Adam and kind of learn who he is. It's kind of like this weird kind of social experiment to have so much of someone's life on the internet for like people to like view and witness. But like Adam and I talked about this, the reason why I think there's such a connection with Adam is because the power of long form video content. I've talked about this in another video where it's like short form content, it's kind of pointless, does not connect with an audience, it might get views, it means most of the time nothing. But with long form, you really get to spend time with the person and you get to know them. When you think about Think about like your best friend from like college or something. You might see them once, twice a year for dinner or, you know, a holiday or something. But now think about Adam. Adam's posting 30-minute, 40-minute, hour-long videos sometimes every single day. You've spent more time with Adam than your closest friend. Adam was such a part of everybody's life. I hope this video makes sense. I've just been kind of like rambling. There's so many things I've thought over the course of these past couple of days, but I want people to know Adam's legacy, how much he affected people, and that his legacy is going to kind of continue on through the different people he influenced, and then also all the different content creators that Adam interacted with. It's his little like cinematic woo-verse. If you watch those creators, you're still going to see little bits of Adam in those videos. It was like Adam was almost like a planet, and all these different creators were almost like orbiting Adam. We all became friends because of Adam. So many people's closest friends happened because of Adam. That's because Adam was just, again, just so humble and wanted to connect everybody together. He loved people who made art, and he loved people who were just like genuinely them and not fake and phony. One of my favorite things is when we'd be at like conventions and stuff, he'd buy these t-shirts and I'm like, when are you gonna wear that t-shirt? He was always like, I want to support the artist, because he always loved kind of promoting artists and art and different creators. He was the biggest cheerleader for everyone, and he would just buy these shirts because he just wanted to support them. You know, he might wear them once or twice or something, but he wanted to know that he valued their art. So if Adam ever came to your booth or to a restaurant of yours or experience, it's because he wanted to kind of show the love. And Adam didn't take handouts, he didn't take freebies, he didn't do the media route, he didn't do like the corporate route. He was just a hardcore, just like punk rock YouTuber. Adam through and through. You're not gonna get him to change his mind on anything. He didn't want any brands to, you know, like affect his thoughts about something. He was just brutally honest. I think that's one of the reasons why Adam and I really got along, because like, again, like we didn't give a f. Adam never wanted to like lie to you guys about stuff. He just wanted to show you his unfiltered view of an experience or the world. I'm sure over time I'll talk more about stuff about Adam. Let's go back to his house. I know he would want us to film for posterity what's kind of going on at his house right now. Oh, you thought there wasn't going to be content showing the bike girl move. We're staying here until she moves. Oh, there we go. It happened. Okay, on that note, this is a new one. Adam is on a billboard. Okay, Adam the Woo. 192. Adam used to work at the hotel, like at the pool bar right over there. It is a non-stop beehive of activity here. There are so many flowers. Thousands of people have stopped by day and night. Christmas Eve, New Year's Day. Oh, it is. We're into January now, so that's why today we're gonna be taking it down. But just look at the tonnage of all the different coffee cups. I always love that every single person kind of has a different thing that they relate to Adam with. Like some people is like Mountain Dew, or you know, going to Buc-ee's, or here they have little Donald on the Matterhorn, or the Big to Foot. Every single person had a connection to Adam in a different way. So many people have photos with Adam. They've written on all the different coffee cups. Now, there have been tons of letters and papers. I've been collecting them every single day. So if you've stopped by and there's something missing, I've collected it and I've given it to the family. So it's safe and secure. So I know the family's really enjoyed all the different letters, all the flowers, the little Grogu stuff. Adam's decorations are still here. There's so many things that you can't even like get inside. But again, the flowers, all the love and support. Adam would have loved this and been laughing pretty hard at seeing what showed up and who showed up. Darth Vader even showed up. And then also on Christmas Eve, Santa showed up to pay his respects. I have so many questions.
Getting a cardio in before the real work begins, but pay respects.
So it's just a train of coffees and flowers and notes all going down the sidewalk. And the sidewalk chalk goes all the way down there and it loops all the way around the house. And creepy ass Grinch is still here. A lot better than the Pilgrim, but Grinch is pretty terrifying. All the decorations have been cleaned up. We tallied up everything. So many people showed up. Justin, how many flowers?
Well, there's 180 bouquets and 82 coffee cups. That's not the reusable ones, by the way. That's just the disposable coffee cups, which people were trying to empty so they'd last longer. And then they were full of sprinkler water and coffee and lipstick. So that was beautiful.
Thank you everyone who showed up. The family and all the friends really appreciated all the love and support. But there's the pizza plant truck right there. Okay guys, it's been around 3 weeks since the last clip. So much has happened. We might talk about some of the stuff later on down the road. I just want to let you know the most important thing in Adam's life was his family. His family is in a good spot right now. They have a great support system around them. When it came to Adam, I always told him this. I was like, dude, you are the true real life Forrest Gump. Adam went to so many different historical events, influenced and changed so many people's lives, and he did it with his own originality. Allison had this moment, it's like a mind-blowing moment, where she truly figured out Adam, and it's awesome. So she was like, Adam is the punk rock Mr. Rogers, and then everything clicked.
Mr. Rogers had a huge impact, still does, not only on my personal life, but also the way I present entertainment. Even the most drunkard, beer swilling, sailor, pirate, hooligans, gnarly, tattooed, bearded, overweight biker in the world loves Mr. Rogers. Who doesn't? And his content speaks for itself. So I try to model myself after that. One could say that it's a beautiful day in the neighborhood, a beautiful day for a neighbor. Would you be mine? Could you be mine?
It's a beautiful day in this neighborhood, a beautiful day for a neighbor. Would you be mine? Could you be mine? It's a neighborly day in this beauty wood, a neighborly day for a beauty. Would you be mine? Could you be mine? I have always wanted to have a neighbor just like you. I've always wanted to live in a neighborhood with you. So let's make the most of this beautiful day. Since we're together, we might as well say, would you be mine? Could you be mine? Won't you be my neighbor? Won't you please? Won't you please? Please won't you be my neighbor?
Get that bird poop out of here. Oh, that's gross. I simply tried to wipe away the dung that had desecrated that placard